A few weeks ago, I did a video called They're Coming for Your Children. The link is in the description. In that video, I talked at length about how the proponents of the San Francisco agenda are sexualizing your children and why they're doing that. Today, I want to talk about the latest developments of normalizing pedophilia and the backlash that has finally begun. It's a moment of hope in the culture war, a sort of white pill moment for your day. Our first story comes from TEDx Talks, which are an infamous traveling circus of secular leftist talks, where secular leftists can feel morally superior by giving atheistic homilies on how they can all work to create heaven on earth. The presenter, Mirjam Hein, is a German medical student. She caused an enormous backlash online recently when she claimed that pedophilia is an unchangeable sexual orientation, just like homosexuality. Watch.
It is our responsibility to reflect and to overcome our negative feelings about pedophiles and to treat them with the same respect we treat other people with. We should accept that pedophiles are people who have not chosen their sexuality and who, unlike most of us, will never be able to live it out freely if they want to lead an upright life. We should accept that pedophilia is a sexual preference, a thought, a feeling, and not an act. We should differentiate between child sexual abuse and pedophilia. We shouldn't increase the suffering of pedophiles by excluding them, by blaming and mocking them. By doing that, we increase their isolation and we increase the chance of child sexual abuse.
Clearly, this person needs an intervention. Pedophilia is a mental disorder that is so dangerous that people who suffer from it need to be institutionalized or kept under very, very close supervision. Pedophilia is objectively disordered and is obviously evil to anyone who hasn't had their mind corrupted with the relativism and emotivism of the atheistic elites. According to church documents meant to address homosexuality, things that are objectively disordered are ordered towards evil. In the case of pedophilia, this should be unambiguous, but it isn't obvious for some. There are people pushing for the normalization of what they call pedosexuality. Yes, you heard that right, pedosexuality. And like the push to normalize homosexuality, if you object to this deranged thinking, then you are an evil, evil pedophobe. I wish I was kidding. The enemies of reason and decency have been at this for a while now. A simple Google search reveals articles arguing for normalizing this behavior and disordered sexual desires for more than a decade now. But since the Obergefell decision, both the gender-confused movement and the pedophilia movements have lost all sense of shame and have instead gone very public with their aims, at least online. It appears that NAMBLA, the North American Man-Boy Love Association, yes, that exists, are the originators of this terrible idea. And like most terrible ideas, like Antifa and #PunchANazi, the internet and especially Twitter caused this to gain popularity. If there's a dark corner of the universe furthest from the light of God, Twitter might be it. Here are some examples.
I love little girls, they make me feel so good. I love little girls, they make me feel so bad. When they're around, they make me feel like I'm the only guy in town. I love little girls, they make me feel so good. I love little girls, they make me feel so good. I love little girls, they make me feel so bad. When they're around, they make me feel like I'm the only guy in town. I love little girls, they make me feel so good. I love little girls, they make me feel so good. I love little girls, they make me feel so bad. When they're around, they make me feel like I'm the only guy in town. I love little girls, they make me feel so good. I love little girls, they make me feel so good. I love little girls, they make me feel so bad. When they're around, they make me feel like I'm the only guy in town. I love little girls, they make me feel...
Hollyweird director James Gunn, best known for his 2 Guardians of the Galaxy films, which I thoroughly enjoyed, had recently been on a political crusade against all things Trump. I know, when are leftists not on an anti-Trump crusade? Independent right-wing journalist Mike Cernovich apparently got tired of Gunn's political blathering and started sifting through Gunn's Twitter history and hit the motherlode of degeneracy. Gunn had a history of sending out tweets about abusing children sexually. He claims he was joking. Perhaps he was. Here are some of them. I won't be reading them out loud because I don't want my channel shut down by the Gestapo at YouTube. Gunn has since been fired from Disney for these tweets, but he isn't alone in having sent them. Comedians, and I use that term loosely, like Patton Oswalt and Sarah Silverman, also have a history of sending sexually deviant and demonic tweets like Gunn's. Again, I won't read them out loud. Have a look for yourself. At the time of this recording, it isn't clear what is going to happen to Oswalt or Silverman, but there is a backlash growing against normalizing pedophilia and against making light of child sexual abuse by comedians. Assaulting children is no laughing matter, nor is serving children up on a platter to be abused by pedos, by sexualizing kids and putting them into positions where they'll be open to being abused. This is all made possible by what Pope Benedict XVI called the dictatorship of moral relativism. We're told, don't judge. Who are you to judge? Or my favorite when it comes from non-Christians, Jesus said, judge not. Who are you to judge? Do what Pope Francis does. Moral relativism has led to the near total collapse of social morality in the West today. There's a backlash growing, and when it fully flowers, it will be ugly and transformative. In a future video, I'll go over the taboo subject of the link between homosexuality and pedophilia, and the church priestly sex abuse crisis and the homo heresy in the church. Thank you for listening. If you liked this video, please like and subscribe. You can follow me on social media with links in the description. Dominus Vobiscum.